Gaspard Ulliel, Gerard Depardieu are standouts in this haunting story of revenge in Indochina. Dear Guillaume Niclou, France, 2017, 103 minutes. Love, longing, cruelty, revenge, grief, and mercy are exquisitely evoked into the ends of the world. Les Confins du Monde, a ravishingly shot depiction of the bottomless insanity of war, set in Indochina in 1945. The first 3 minutes establish the tone, a perfect balance between stunned contemplation and barely imaginable atrocity. The expression couldn't be better applies to Gaspard Ulliel's portrayal of conflicted French soldier Robert Tassin as it does to Gerard Depardieu's turn as a French writer in exile. This emotionally haunting tale joins the ranks of the very best cinematic renderings of the Tol War takes on all sides, shot on 35mm anamorphic scope, in large part in the jungle or among lush hills. Guillaume Niclou's Valley of Love power draining film is stunning to look at and hard to shake. The political foundations of the harsh time depicted colonial rule, Japanese designs on the territory, the independence movement led by Ho Chi Minh are complex, but one needn't be an historian to grasp various characters' motivations. These range from patriotic duty to soul-ravaging indoctrination and from thwarted romance to ravenous hunger. Having survived the massacre by the Japanese against the French that left 7,000 dead in early March of 1945, lanky and taciturn Robert Tassin Ulliel is nursed back to health in wild terrain where beheadings and dismembering of enemies are not uncommon. He stumbles back to town and identifies himself as a soldier wishing to join a regiment and continue to serve France. But what Tassin is really after is killing a bloodthirsty man named Bobin who, we learn, he has excellent reasons to hate. In a bar, Tassin meets Saint-Onge Depardieu, an enigmatic writer. Depardieu, in his third collaboration with Niclou, establishes his character's literal and figurative heft with just a few words of dialogue. The actor's every gesture is the distilled essence of character work in the service of a broader tale. Tassin is convinced that the only way to fight the enemy is to turn local prisoners who know the terrain. He pushes his commanders to let him have a unit made up of starving gooks. This may or may not be a good idea. Tassin enjoys an at first adversarial but later strong relationship with fellow soldier Cavagna Guillaume Goix. Excellent. The staples of Europeans abroad in an exotic setting, smoking opium, for example, are on display, but Niclou makes them feel both inevitable and fresh. This knack also applies to the most disruptive aspect of Tassin's existence, when he falls for the beautiful prostitute My Lang Khe Tran. Tassin can't seem to fit both romance and revenge into his life and embarks on an odyssey rife with peril. Bursts of oft-dissonant music are highly effective at sustaining the ambient unease. This emotionally haunting tale joins the ranks of the very best cinematic renderings of the Tol War takes on all sides, and just how many sides there are, sometimes within the same individual. Production companies: Les Films du Verso, Les Armateurs, Orange Studio, Scope Pictures, Rectangle Productions, Arena Films, Archers Films. International sales: Orange Studio produces, Sylvie Pialet, Benoit Quainan. Screenplay: Guillaume Niclou and Jerome Beaujean. Production design: Olivier Ray. Editing: Guy Lacorne. Cinematography: David Ungaro. Music: Shannon Wright. Main cast: Gaspard Ulliel, Guillaume Goix, Lang Khe Tran, Gerard Depardieu.